In this session, we are going to look at Power Pivot. Power Pivot is the data modeling tool which is inbuilt in the Excel, and it's also available in the Power BI. What is Power Pivot and why we need to use Power Pivot? We already have pivot table in Excel. Then what is the use of Power Pivot? Actually, there are a lot more advantages of using Power Pivot, but we should know when to use the Power Pivot. When you use huge volume of data or multiple files for your analysis, then we can use Power Pivot. Otherwise, it's better to use pivot table. Power Pivot can handle large number of data and there is no limitations. In Excel, we can use only up to 10 lakhs line, but in Power Pivot, there is no restriction. We can have n number of rows. So this is an Excel workbook. So where if you see, this is a blank file, and in each worksheet, we have only 10 lakhs plus rows. Assume every month you have close to 2 lakhs line. Okay, so for the full year it will be close to 24 lakhs. So how Excel will manage 24 lakhs line, because we have only 10 lakhs rows per sheets. If your data has more than 10 lakhs line, then you cannot use Excel for analysis. Also, using Power Pivot, we can pull data from multiple files and folders, and we don't need to have the data in the active Excel workbook. To make pivot table, you need to have the data in the active workbook, but for the Power Pivot, so you can have data in the your local path. So from there you can directly pull the information and you can make your own pivot table. Also in Power Pivot, we have DAX calculation. So using DAX, you can do advanced calculation, but in pivot table it's not possible, so we can do only basic calculations. Using Power Pivot, you can do data massage. So on top of your data, you can add formula, you can bring the additional columns. Also, if you want to make any calculation with your data, so that is also possible in the Power Pivot. So let's get into the data. So to get the Power Pivot, so here you can see this is a Power Pivot option. So by default, you won't get this option. To get this option, go to File, Option, and Customize ribbon. So here the last option is Power Pivot. So only if you tick this option, you will get Power Pivot here. Otherwise, you won't get it. So to use Power Pivot, you have to activate that option. That's the first requirement. And then second thing is, if you see this data, so in this file I don't have any information, it's a blank data. Okay, so now I'm going to pull the information from the folder. So I'm going to use the same for my analysis. So to use Power Pivot, you don't need to have data in the same workbook. Let me go to the folder. So here I have my sample data. So here I have 9 months data. So let me pick 1 month. So here if you see, for each file I have 30,000 lines. So like that I have 9 files. See, all the files have 30,000 lines. So in this data I have date and country code and brand and product code and specification, region, and also for this information I have quantity and sales. So here if you see country, I don't have a direct country, I have only code. Similarly for product also I have only code. So I have a mapping file in a separate folder. Let's look at that. So I have a mapping file. For country, I have a separate mapping file. So this is a mapping file, this is a code, and this is a country. Similarly, I have product mapping. This is my product code. This is my product. This is my product code. So now I have 9 months of data. Each file I have 30,000 line item, and also product and country I have only code. So I have a mapping in a different file. So now let's see how I can combine everything and make an analysis. Now let's go to the file. So now I need to pull the data from the folder. To do that, let me pick the path. So this is my path. Let's pick the path. Just go to data, get data. So when you use Power Pivot, you can also pull the data. So this is the option, data manage data module. You can use this to pull the information or upload the information. So from data, SQL or Access, or from data for other sources. So you can pick Excel. Okay, but it's always good to use Power Query. Get data from file, from folder. We can pull the information from Power Query, then we can add it with the Power Pivot. Just paste the path where you have all the files. So this is only the data, not mapping file. Just press OK. So now you will get whatever files which are available in that folder. So here we have three options. So in case if you want to load the data directly, you can directly click load. So it will directly get loaded. Or if you want to combine the data, or if you want to transform the data, combine and transform, you can click this. Or if you want to make some changes, if you want to add any further columns, if you want to delete few columns, then you can directly go to transform. So you can transform the data, then you can load into Excel. So let's go to transform. If you don't want to make any changes, directly you can load the data. But in this case, I want to make changes. So if you see here, so these are the files. You can see last modified date, created date, path, what format file, what is the file name, everything I have. So now I'm going to expand the file. So if you see the content, so here you can see 2 arrow mark. So just click this to expand the file. So click data. So this is a tab I have in the file. Just press OK. After loading the data, whatever changes which you are making in the query, so it gets added here. See here. So whatever changes which happen after loading, so it gets added here. Okay, now we got the data. So this is the data. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Okay, if I delete this column, that gets captured in the steps, because I don't want this data file name, because I already have the date. Remove. So now you can see removed column. Okay, in case if you don't want to perform this step, you can remove this. Again you will get that column. So whatever changes which you are making in this query tab, so it will not completely delete your data. This is just a step. Okay, your original data remains same. So now let me delete again. See, now it got added, removed column. Okay, so now we are done with the changes. So in case sometime you will have in the raw data you will have 20 or 50 columns, but in case if you are not going to use all the column for your analysis, it's better to delete the column, and whatever column which is going to be useful for your analysis, keep only those column in the query. So post that all the changes. So go to the close and load window. So we have two options, close and load and close and load to. So always choose close and load to, because if you choose close and load, again it will update it as a table. In case if you are going to have more than 10 lakh line, you will have issue. Always use close and load to. Link your data instead of load your data. So by default you get this option. So here choose the fourth option, only create connection, because if you choose the first option, so it will create it as a table. In case now we have 9 files. Okay, if I each file we have 30,000 line item. Okay, if you add everything, so in case if it comes 6,70,000 line item, so everything gets loaded here. Okay, it will impact your performance. Again, if you want it in pivot, you can directly create pivot. Even if you create pivot, and the data gets stored in this file. Okay, so chart also it's similar to this. It's always better to create a connection. So source data will be in the Excel. Whenever there is a changes happening in the folder, so it gets updated here. Okay, this is the first step. Use create only connection, and also add this data to data modeling. So this is important one. So Power Pivot is nothing but data modeling. I'm adding this to data modeling. Then press OK. So the query is loading now. So you can see the data which is loading. So now I have 2,70,000. So each file have 30,000 line item. So for 9 months I have, so 9 into 30,000 I have 2,70,000. So let me close this. Let me hide this, okay, because I don't want this information. So now go to insert pivot table. So now if you see, generally when you put pivot table, you don't get this option, use this workbook as data model. Already I have query in this workbook, so I'm going to take this option, use this workbook data model, because I already have a data model in this workbook. So I'm going to use that because I already added my data into data model. So click OK. So you can choose wherever you want this pivot, or you wanted a new workbook or new worksheet or existing worksheet. Let me choose the existing worksheet. So I'm choosing range A1. Press OK. So now you got the tables which we have in the data. Okay. So to check, already we checked, we have total 2,70,000 rows. Okay. So all the data fields we have it here. And now let's make pivot. So let's add country. So hereafter it's the usual process. Whatever changes you want to make, you can make it. In case if I want to make change to number format, I can change it. Let me pull the region. In case if I want to add some designs, I can do it. Everything is possible. Hereafter it's as usual pivot table. So now, so here if you see, I have only country code. Okay, I want, instead of country code, I want country name. Okay, similarly for the product, instead of product, I want product name. And date also, I have date format. Okay, so instead of that, I want month. So I'm going to do few changes in the data model. To do that, first let me load few data. Because we have mapping file, I'm going to load the mapping file here. So this is a folder, a mapping file. Let me take this data from file, folder, paste the path, then press OK. So we have two files. Okay, so now there's a catch here. Okay, if you see here, so now we have two mapping, one is product mapping, another one is country mapping. But what I want is, I want product mapping to be separate and country mapping to be separate. So to do that, it's always better to load these files separately instead of loading all the file together, because in case if you want to consolidate everything, you can consolidate everything together, but in this case you can load it separately. So let me close this file. I'm not going to save this. So let me go to data, get file, workbook, sample data, data consolidation, mapping. Let's pick country. Directly or transform data. Because why I choose transform, I could have directly loaded, but why I choose transform data, if you see the code and the country, so it's supposed to be a header, but it's also picking as a data. So here there is an option, use first row as header. Just click this. So now both become header. So I'm going to give name for this table. This is country mapping. Okay, so now just close it. So close and load to create only connection, add to data model. So whenever you want, you can pull this information. So now again I'm going to add one more file, get data from Excel, product mapping. Transform data. So I got the data here. My first row is header. Just click this. My first row become header. So here the name is going to be product mapping. Close and load to create connection, add to data model. Okay, so now if you see, so here I have a pivot pivot data, country mapping, and also have product mapping. Okay, so let me hide everything. So now let's go to Power Pivot table. Okay, manage, so I'm going to add the first column. The first column is going to be, already have the date. I'm going to bring the month alone from the date. So just click here, double click the column. You can type month, enter. So now you can see here, so month has been added. Now you need to apply the formula. The formula is going to be format. So I want date column, and then comma, I want only 3-letter month, enter. See, now you got the month. Okay, so I want to connect all the 3 tables because we have 3 tables. One is data, another one is product mapping, and the country mapping. Let's go to diagram view. So we have 3 tables. So to connect that, because in data I have only country code, okay, but I don't want country code. So wherever I have country code, I want country mapping. So to do that, I already mapping file here for both product and country. So let's pull the country. So here we have country code. Pull the country and drag it and leave it on the code. So these two is connected. Similarly for product, click the product, drag it and leave it to the product code. So now all the 3 tables connected. So let me go to Excel file. Just click this Excel tab. So it will go to Excel. So now let me remove the country. So now I'll go to country mapping. I'll pull the country to the row. See, now you get the same value. So 120027463. This is the total. Let's check what we have in the country total. 122027463. It's matching. Okay, so let's pull the country instead of country code. Similarly for product, I'll bring just go down product mapping. So I'll bring the product. This is my pivot table. So if you want to make any designs, let me make it to tabular form. That looks much better. If you want to add subtotal, you can also add subtotal. Okay, this is almost similar to pivot table. So now further changes. Okay, in case if I want to see all this number in 1000, because the number looks so huge, it's very difficult to read the number. So I want it in 1000. Let's go to Power Pivot, measure, new measure. So I'm going to give name in 1000. The formula is going to be, so I have sales, sum of sales, divided by 1000. Okay, so very simple. Before you click OK, always better to check the formula. See, no error in the formula. Just press OK. So now I'll remove the original sales tab because anyway I have 1000 values. So I have 1000 values. Let's check the number format. So before you had, let's show you another thing. Edit measure. So you can also, like in thousands you gave the formula, so you can also choose the decimals. So I want whole number and use comma separator, because if you choose whole number, the decimal will not be visible. Just press OK. So now you got the numbers in thousands. So in case if you want to do further changes, let's go to Power Pivot, manage. So data view. If you want to add anything, if you want to delete anything, so whatever changes you want to do, you can bring. So now in this session, what we have done, we uploaded the data from the multiple files, and also we uploaded the mapping file. So through diagram view, we connected all the three tables, and we pulled wherever we have country and product code, and we pulled, instead of the code, we pulled the country and the product name, and we pull the month from the date. So you can also pull the month number. Okay, so instead of month name, in case I want month number, so let's add one more column, month number. Just enter. So here use month formula and then choose the date column. So you can see February 2. Okay, so whatever changes, so here I have only few columns. Okay, whatever changes you want to do, in case if you want to subtract 2 column, if you want to multiply 2 column, so any changes is possible. So in case from the product, I want to pick only the product code. I don't want the last 4 digit. I want only the first character. Let's add one more column, product short name, or country short name. Instead of product, let's pick country. Country short name. Enter. So country short name, to pick that, just use left formula. So use country, this is the country column, comma 2, because I want only country code. It's only last 2 digit. The short name is only last 2 digit, first 2 digit. So just enter. So now you got the country code. Similarly, you can do it for the product also. Okay, so if you have large number of data, but if you see in pivot table, so it's very difficult to do, because if you want something in the table, what you have to do, you have to add an additional column in the data, then only you can bring these things. But in Power Pivot, so you can do data massage with your source data. So here, so we brought a month from the date, month number from the date, and also country short name from the country code. So all these are possible. So now let's go to Excel view. Okay, so you can also make a chart. So whatever option we have for pivot table, so this is common. Like in case if I want to have all the countries in a separate sheet, so let me use this. Go to country. Let's pick the product here. Product already it's available. Brand here. Sorry, let's pick the brand. I want each brand in each tab. Okay, so I want each brand in each tab. So I kept the brand in the filter. Just go here, pivot table, click the below arrow mark. You can see here show report filter page. This is disabled. So you cannot use this option when you use power pivot, but you can use this option only in the pivot table. Let's move to manage tab. So here in case if you want to delete any columns, so you can delete. See, the option is available. You can delete whatever column you want, even rows also you can delete. So there is an option to do. So hope you understood the power pivot. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see in another video. Bye bye.